Imagine that within you, there is a hidden power, a latent energy that has always been there, waiting to be awakened. It's not something external. It's not a gift reserved for a chosen few. It's yours by divine right, a force that vibrates in every thought, in every emotion, in every intention you radiate. But here's the fundamental question. Are you harnessing that power? Or are you just letting it flow unchecked, wasting your infinite potential? In the next few minutes, I'll take you on a deep journey through the mysteries of inner energy. You'll uncover hidden truths about vibration, frequency, and manifestation that have been passed down by wise ones throughout history. We'll reveal how your mind and spirit can influence reality in ways you may have never imagined. And most importantly, at the end of this path, I'll share with you the ultimate key, the most powerful knowledge of all, which will completely change the way you understand your own energy and the world around you. Since time immemorial, the deepest spiritual traditions have taught that human beings possess extraordinary capabilities. We're not talking about fantasy superpowers, but natural abilities that have been forgotten or suppressed by the way our society has evolved. What you're about to discover is a return to that ancient wisdom, but with a modern and practical understanding. It is true without falsehood, certain and very true. That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to perform the miracles of the one thing. Thoth, known in ancient Egypt as the god of wisdom, writing, and magic, was much more than a simple mythological deity. To those initiated in the Egyptian mysteries, Thoth represented the embodiment of cosmic intelligence, the architect of the universal laws that govern all existence. The Greeks later identified him as Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great, recognizing his triple mastery over the physical, mental, and spiritual realms. He is credited with the authorship of the famous Emerald Tablet, not several tablets as has been mistakenly popularized, but a single document containing the essence of Hermetic wisdom. The Emerald Tablet begins with the phrase, "It is true without falsehood, certain and very true. That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to perform the miracles of the one thing." This is the original formulation of the principle of correspondence, which teaches us that the same patterns repeat at all levels of existence. This knowledge wasn't openly shared. It was passed down only to those initiates who showed they were ready to receive it, because its power, when misused, could harm both the practitioner and others. Today, we are in a unique moment in human history, where this knowledge is re-emerging for those who are prepared to use it with wisdom and responsibility. The Emerald Tablet wasn't just a philosophical text, it was a practical manual for manifestation. Every line contained precise instructions on how to align human consciousness with the creative forces of the universe. When properly understood and applied, it allowed the initiate to manifest like the gods themselves, not through some supernatural power, but through the understanding and application of the natural laws that govern reality. You are not separate from divine power. You are an individualized expression of it. This understanding is the first step to manifesting like the ancient gods. It's not about worshipping external forces, but about recognizing and awakening the divine that already exists within you. The mental universe and the power of thought. The all is mind. The universe is mental. This is the first of the 7 Hermetic principles presented in the Kybalion, a text that synthesizes the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus. What does this mean in practice? It means that the reality we experience isn't solid and unchangeable as it seems, but rather malleable and responsive to the power of thought. Modern science is beginning to confirm what the ancients already knew. Quantum physics shows us that at the subatomic level, matter behaves more like a wave of probabilities than solid particles. And the most surprising part, these probabilities are influenced by the observer. In other words, consciousness affects physical reality. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not just internal subjective experiences. They are real energetic forces that generate a specific vibration. This vibration interacts with the quantum field, attracting experiences that resonate with it. That's why people with similar mindsets tend to attract similar circumstances, regardless of their external conditions. Thought that the mind rules over matter, not as an abstract concept, but as an operational law of the universe. When you truly understand this principle, you realize you are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of them. Your current reality is the accumulated result of your predominant thoughts, emotions, and beliefs over time. The temples of ancient Egypt were designed as true machines for consciousness transformation. Every aspect of their architecture, from the mathematical proportions to the symbols on the walls, was meticulously calculated to induce specific states of consciousness in the initiates. As the adept walked through these temples, they underwent a symbolic journey representing the evolution of consciousness from the ordinary state to union with the divine. In the innermost chambers of these temples, initiates learned to master the power of thought. It wasn't just about positive thinking, but a rigorous training to keep the mind focused and aligned with the desired intention, regardless of external circumstances. This is the same power you can access today when you learn to direct your mind consciously and with discipline. If we all possess this innate power, why do so few manifest it in their lives? The answer lies in the blockages we accumulate along our journey. These blockages are not external obstacles, but internal conditioning that limits the natural flow of our creative energy. The first and most fundamental blockage is mental conditioning. From the moment we're born, we're programmed with limiting beliefs about ourselves and how the world works. Life is hard. Success is for a few. You have to struggle to get what you want. These aren't absolute truths. They are programs installed in our subconscious that run automatically without us realizing it. These limiting beliefs act like filters that distort our perception of reality. We don't see the world as it is, but as we've been conditioned to see it. And the most powerful part, we tend to find evidence that confirms our beliefs, creating a self-reinforcing cycle that perpetuates our limitations. The second major blockage comes from unprocessed emotional burdens. Every painful experience, every trauma, every disappointment that hasn't been fully integrated leaves a mark in our energetic field. These stagnant energies create repetitive patterns in our lives, attracting similar situations until we learn the lesson and release the emotional charge. That's why many people feel stuck in cycles, facing the same problems over and over in different contexts. It's not bad luck or fate, it's blocked energy seeking resolution. Until you consciously release these burdens, they will continue to influence your reality, regardless of your conscious intentions. The third blockage is energy dispersion. We live in an age of constant stimuli and fragmented attention. The average mind jumps from one thought to another every few seconds, rarely staying focused in a single direction long enough to produce meaningful results. This dispersion weakens your power of manifestation. It's like trying to heat water with a magnifying glass and sunlight, but constantly moving it. The energy never concentrates enough to produce the desired effect. Effective manifestation requires sustained focus, something that's become increasingly rare in our hyper-connected society. The ancient Hermetic texts called these blockages collectively the veil of Isis, the illusion that hides the truth about our unlimited power. The good news is that just as these blockages were created, they can also be dissolved through awareness and consistent practice. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This quote from Nikola Tesla echoes the teachings of Thoth, showing how ancient wisdom and modern science converge on the same fundamental understanding. Everything in the universe is vibration. Every thought, every emotion, every physical object has a specific vibrational frequency. It's no coincidence we use expressions like, "we're on the same wavelength," or "this doesn't resonate with me." Intuitively, we recognize the vibrational nature of reality. Quantum physics confirms this view through experiments like the double-slit experiment, which demonstrates that subatomic particles exist as waves of probability until they are observed. The act of observation, consciousness, collapses these waves into defined particles. In other words, physical reality responds to the consciousness of the observer. This principle was demonstrated in water experiments by Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto, who photographed water crystals exposed to different words, music, and intentions. Water exposed to positive words and harmonious music formed symmetrical and beautiful crystals, while water exposed to negativity formed chaotic and distorted structures. Considering that our bodies are composed of approximately 70% water, imagine the impact our thoughts and emotions have on our own biology. You are chosen to receive this knowledge because you're ready to awaken your inner divine power. The energy flowing through you is the same energy that creates galaxies and moves planets. It's the same force the ancients called the divine breath, the creative essence of the universe. When you align with this force, you become a channel for divine power. Your intentions manifest effortlessly, your blockages dissolve, and your life flows in harmony with the universe. This is the state of grace mystics from every tradition have sought. And now, it's within your reach. Remember, you didn't find this knowledge by accident. You were guided here because the time has come to awaken your divine power and manifest like the ancient gods. The choice is now yours. Will you keep living below your potential, or will you claim your divine right to create the reality you desire? The power is in your hands. Use it with wisdom, with love, and with the awareness that you are truly a living expression of the divine in this world. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. This is your awakening. Very few are chosen to see this. You are one of them. Activate your divine power and manifest like the ancient gods. The universe is waiting for your command.